My esteemed viewers, in this tutorial, we clearly explain the string handling in C. And it is string handling in C general and string input and output in particular. A string is basically also called as a literal is sequence of characters enclosed within double quotes. This double quotes comes as a syntax, and what is included in this double quotes is a string, a literal. It consumes several characters. Here it is written in printf statement. C is a versatile programming language. It could have been my name also. My name is a string. The cell number of a student can also be turned into a string. Any character and every character, more than one, can be included within double quotes in order to make it a string. The minimum length of a string is a single character that could be white space also. Compiler places a string like this in memory. A string constant like this will be arranged like this. My name is arranged like this, Jayaram. So each and every cell consumes 1 byte. Therefore, one character consumes 1 byte. Therefore, my name will cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bytes plus 1 byte in order to place the null character. Whenever a string is read, string constant is read, or string constant is assigned to a string variable, then the placement of this null character happens automatically, and this is the way the compiler will identify the end of the string. For example, the name of this string variable happens to be name, let us say. If it were to be name, so name is actually the name of the string variable. Anyway, this is to be declared beforehand as we have declared many other variables in our preceding programs. Name is the variable name and it contains a string Jayaram consisting of 7 characters and totally 8 bytes. Each character consumes 1 byte. If there are n characters, C compiler sets aside n plus 1 bytes. This is a very important point to remember. Therefore, whenever we reserve a known length of a string to be repeatedly used in the program, it is a must to assign 1 space extra in order to place this null character. Placement of null character happens automatically if you read the string through standard input devices, or if we initialize the string in the beginning of the program. Null character should not be confused with 0 anyway. So though it is called as null, ASCII value of 0 is 48, while the null character, the ASCII value of null character is 0. Whenever we declare a string variable, we always make the string length 1 character longer. For example, character animal name. Animal name is the name of the string variable, and it consumes or it holds 29 characters, and 1 character is a must for the null character. 1 space is a must for null character, or 1 cell is a must for null character. In the same token, the other variable called person name will hold 24 characters, and the last character, that is being null character, will also hold 1 byte of memory. And we can initialize before we start the program. If we need to process only 1 variable or only 1 string variable, it's better we initialize that. When we deal with number of string variables, we need to declare an array of strings. Okay, we will come to that in a later point of time, but anyway, we will be discussing only the fundamental or intricate details of how to read a string, how to write a string, how to declare a string, and how to initialize a string. And here is a way. Name 8, Jayaram within double quotes. Of course, there should be a semicolon here, which is missing, sorry. Semicolon is a must. This is how it is initialized. So it holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and one space is left for null character, and this is the way it is placed in the memory. Therefore the name itself is the first cell. The name itself is the first cell. Just a name represents the first cell, and the compiler really knows as to where the string is going to end. Therefore, whenever we scan a string variable, we never associate ampersand with this variable, unlike other variables like integer variables and float variables, where ampersand is a must when we scan that particular variable through the keyboard. This is another way of declaring name 10. Let us say we have superfluously added few more spaces, but the string constant happens to be Jayaram again, consisting of only 7 characters. In such a case, the compiler is going to assign the redundant spaces, the extra spaces, again with null characters. Therefore, whenever we initialize, it's better we leave it to the computer itself. Okay, character name JAYR. This is also another way of initializing the variable. And we can also do something like this. Char name, we can also do like this without committing ourselves into number of characters. Okay, this one is missing, of course. Anyway, I wanted to write this. I'm writing it here. And character name, you just leave this blank and then write whatever you want to say. Okay, it is Jayaram or whatever, or C programming or whatever. Okay, Jayaram. You can also put star, hash, or whatever you like for the reasons which may be obvious to that particular program. Okay, now the compiler itself will associate number of characters going through this, and it will attach the null character at the end. Okay, there are ways of reading strings. That is, reading strings means taking the string constants to the memory locations. Okay, and we need to declare a placeholder. We need to declare a variable for that. So here is an example. This is method 1. This is one of the methods. The first method, very simple method. Name 8, integer I. Printf, enter the name. Okay, and there is a for loop, and we will read this name character by character. Okay, I equal to 0, I less than 8, I plus plus, %C, scanf %C, ampersand name of I. Since we are reading the entire variable or string variable or a string constant, whatever the name be, which will consume only 7 characters, okay, the 8th is left for the null character, we are going to read like this. So it takes character by character, and it fills different cells. Name of 0, name of 1, name of 2, name of 3, just like one-dimensional array. Since this is not the way to read the string in its entirety through the standard input device, this is some kind of a synthetic way, some kind of a different way of filling the string with characters after characters. Therefore, since the string is not read in one go through an input device like keyboard, the last character, that is a null character, is to be appended forcefully. So I will end up at 7, I plus plus becomes 8, therefore name of 8 will be filled with null character. Now you can print this and the name will appear. If you don't do this, let us say knowingly or unknowingly, then the string will look very funny with different characters at the end. So enter the name Jayaram, and Jayaram, it is being printed. The second method goes like this: character student 20 characters. So it can hold 19 characters. Okay, it can be a name consisting of 19 characters, 19 alphabets. The last character is to be left for null character. Enter your good name, please. So now this is the way of reading a string in its entirety. This is the standard input of a string. Percentages STUD, we have written only the name, because the name of a string variable itself is a pointer to the very first cell. Itself is the very first cell, the address of very first cell. Therefore, since the beginning of the string is stated by this stud, that the name of the string, the last place is also designated by null character or identify the null character. The compiler really knows as to where the string will start and as to where it's going to end. Therefore, we never place ampersand symbol over here, the address of operator over here, for this reason. But for integer variables, and you know pretty well, for integer variables and float variables, it's a must to place ampersand symbol, ampersand operator rather. Okay, it's a unary operator. Okay, printf UR percentages /n stud. This is how it works. Enter your good name, please. Jayaram, you are Jayaram. Okay. The one problem with this percentages is, if I try to enter, let us say Jayaram Rao or Jayaram Hegde or something like the family name, let us say Jayaram with a space and then Rao, let us say. Then as soon as the scanf encounters the percentage, scanf encounters the white space, it's going to end up here only. Therefore, if the string is something consisting of more than one word, I repeat, with a white space in between, the scanf will take only this portion of the string, because it's going to delimit, the white space is going to delimit the other portion of the string. This is the disadvantage in reading the string this way. And if the string happens to be only one word, of course this is the simplest method, using percentages, the format specifier. And we will go for the third method, and this is the real method that should be used. Okay, here we use what is called as get string. It's a function. It's a function defined in stdio.h. Therefore, nothing to worry. Character paragraph 500. Printf enter a long string. We can enter a paragraph. The maximum number of characters that is permitted is 509. If at all it is C89. For C99, the new programming language, the new version of the programming language C99 increases the minimum number of characters to 4095. So I repeat, with C89, the number of characters that can be read with getS, that means it becomes a paragraph then. Okay, if there are 500 letters, then it becomes a small paragraph. Of course, we should take care not to enter the enter key. When we hit the enter key, getS stops. It will take only up to the enter key. Okay, therefore we can simply go on entering a paragraph or sentences after sentences by only pressing the space bar. The long string is percentages paragraph. Here is an example. Enter a long string. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So I have entered enter key only here after putting this full stop. Therefore, the long string is it is printed as it is. So whenever we need to read a string which is lengthier in nature, lengthier in number of characters, or holds a number of characters more than somewhere equal to more than, let us say, 500 maximum number of characters, then getS is the best string reading function. Okay, this is printing string. That is how we echo the string on the screen, how we display the string on the screen. This is the first method. We initialize the string like this. Okay, we never commit as to a number of characters are concerned. Character, subject, computers and common sense. We have placed a semicolon over here and it is between double quotes. This is the variable name and this is the literal constant, or it is a string constant. Printf percentage s sub. Then get ch. Computers and common sense. It is printed as it is. Method 2 of printing a string. Okay, character name equal to Jayaram, integer. We are going to print here character wise. Okay, character by character. Therefore, we hold a for loop Okay, I equal to 0, I less than 7, I plus plus. We should be knowing the length of this previously. Otherwise, there is no fun in putting this to be 8 or 10 or 11 because string ceases to exist. So this demands some kind of a computation by the computation by the programmer in devising this for loop. Therefore, I think this method is not suggestible. But anyway, for the sake of clarity, for the sake of completeness, we have explained this also. Character name, a string is initialized, and we are going to print this string character wise. So I equal to 0, I less than 7. We need to make a count of this. I less than 7. So this will be 0th position, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Less than 7. So percentage 3, name of I, name of 0, name of 1, name of 2, name of 6. So everything will be printed. And method 3. Here we initialize and we will print this. Okay, print this particular string till the end of the string is reached. This is one of the best methods. By this method, we can print any string of any length. Okay, so integer I, print letter by letter till null character is reached, while sum of I, that is sum of I goes on increasing. Okay, sum of I not equal to null character. So sum of 0 means J, sum of 1 is A, sum of 2 is C, sum of 4 is K. Like this it goes on printing till the null character is. After this L, null character is reached, and it is not going to print because the condition is as long as the null character is not reached, so long you are going to print the string character by character. And in every iteration, the I will be incremented. So in the first iteration, I carries 0. In the second iteration, I will become 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Jock and Jill went up the hill. It is printed. Method 4. We initialize the string with 100 characters, enter a string, get a string. So it can consume. There is a danger associated with getters. I should tell my respected viewers. And if we try to enter 100th character, okay, the computer may crash, unable to understand as to what you want to insert. Okay, and you cannot insert a character even more than the number designated over here, because it can take only 99 character. 100th, as you know, 100th character happens to be null character. Therefore, enter a string, get s. Anyway, a programmer will be knowledgeable as to the maximum length of a string. Therefore, of course, such a danger will never be reached. Get s string, put s, the sentence is put s string. Okay, put s is another function which is a complementary function to get s. Get s for reading, put s for printing. Okay, enter a string. This tutorial explains the concepts of string handling. The sentence is, this tutorial explains the concept of string handling. Put s did this magic. Get s did this magic. Okay. While we entered, it went to the memory. Gets stored in a variable called str. It got stored in a variable called str, which is a string variable, and then it got printed through put s. Formatted string input. Sometimes we need to read a string according to the problem or according to the program, according to our whims and fancy. Okay, for that there are some simple methods to format the string. The way the string should be inputted, the way the string should be read, the way the string should be printed. The character word consisting of 15 characters. We can limit the number of characters to be 7. Though we have a provision to read 15 characters, while reading we can limit it to 7 characters. So we can restrict user entering too many characters. Okay. For the factor of safety, we must have declared 15 characters, but the problem demands only 7 characters. If such is the situation, then it is pertinent to place 7 over here and whatever the number that we want to restrict. And if the user tries to enter more than 7 letters or 7 characters, it does not take. So scanf %7s word, printf %s word. Here output, I have entered Jayaraman, Jayaram. It should go, it will take only up to this point. An is just ignored because it is beyond 7 characters. If a programming situation demands only particular characters to be read, so user will be prohibited to enter any other character other than what is required for the program. If such is the situation, this is the way. Character string 15 characters. Now I am limiting to 10 characters only. 10 comes over here. Okay. 10s, I think I should have written 10s over here. Okay, sorry. Yeah. %10s, and here it can limit, it can permit only 0 to 9, a full stop, a comma, a minus sign, a dollar symbol, and a star. Any character other than this will never be permitted through the to be entered through the keyboard. That is the beauty of this. This is the beauty of this particular program. Okay, particular way in which it is read. Of course, S is not there. Nothing to worry. S should not be placed. Okay, that is the syntax. That is the syntax of that anyway. Okay. You will just delimit this. It's only this. Okay, printf %s word. So here, this is the thing that we try to enter. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 7 and a dollar, full stop, comma, everything, and it has taken only up till here because we have restricted it to 10. Now if you want to read a line consisting of characters, then it is something like this. String 15, of course it should be made 80. It should be made 80. It should be made 80 because it is written over here 80 and there should be provision for 80. Yeah, we will enter 80. We will declare it to be 80. Oh, sorry, not even 80. It should be 81. It should be 81. 1 for the null character. Yeah. Okay. String 81, scanf %80. Okay. /n is avoided. That is, new line is avoided. You should not read new line. You should read characters full of that particular columns. Okay, all the 80 columns should be filled with characters. You should never create null. Okay, and if we enter key, it's not going to take. It's not going to take. It will take only some characters, which is 80 in number, let us say. So it will permit up to 80. Even we can be shorter than this. Okay, string printf % string. So this is the way. This is the string that is entered. So this example will show us it need not be alphabets always. It can be some special characters. It can be some graphical characters also. It is printed as it is because we are printing it over here in this particular line. In the third line we are printing this. In the second line we are reading this. This what is that cap symbol will restrict the whatever the characters that is written in front of that. So we have written /n in front of that. Therefore it's going to be avoided. We cannot hit enter key. Even if we hit enter key, it's not going to take it. Okay, it will never read a new line character. If we do not want the special characters present on the top of the keys as the part of the string, then we should do like this. We don't want to enter any of the special characters available on the top of the keyboard. Okay, the top keys, okay, available in a typical keyboard. Then it should be done like this. Character string, we want to read anything other than these characters available on the top keys. and it is 15 in number. So this will delimit, this will avoid this particular things to be read through the keyboard. Okay, this cap symbol, as I told you earlier, will forbid the entry of this particular character. This is tilde, and all the characters are available in the top of the top keys. Okay, we should hold shift key and you have to print this and you have to generate this string. Okay, percentage string. So here I have tried to enter A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, D. Okay, tilde and not. Okay, tilde is not permitted, not is also not permitted. Therefore, when the output is presented, it is only this which has gone to the memory. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, D, and this is not being considered by the scanf function. Okay, scanf function has forbidden tilde character and not character. It has taken only. So this is a wonderful method in order to restrict. Particularly this kind of a program can be used, let us say, while generating the password. Okay, while checking the integrity. Okay, user should enter only the alphabets. Okay, in order to make the user to enter only the alphabets, maybe for a password, maybe for a name, let us say, for a name, of course, name should not contain any special characters. In such practical situations, of course, this kind of scanf can be used. Formatted string output. This is the way how to output the string, how to make it to appear on the screen. Okay, there are only two ways. It should be left justification or right justification. That's all. Okay, so many permutations, so many formattings are not available as it is available for scanf. Of course, it is only limited. We can print the strings either right justified or left justified. By default, printing of any string or printing of any value by a compiler, by a computer, is right justified. Okay, so now this example will illustrate as to how we can make the string left justified. Okay, while it gets printed on the screen. Character string 20, enter a string. We have declared for 20 characters. So we need to enter only 19 characters, as I told you earlier. Get as string. Okay, then printf. So we have drawn this pipe symbol in order to make some kind of a limitation, some kind of a delimiter, minus 40s. Okay, and this is 40 spaces are created, and this is for string. Okay, slash n string get ch, enter a string, hello, how are you? Then this will be printed. This will also be printed after 40 gaps or 40 cursor spaces, and minus 40 minus sign will make the string, or whatever the string that I entered, hello, how are you, to be placed from here. So therefore it becomes left justified. And if we have many strings to be displayed, and if we make all the strings to be left justified, then it will appear in a beautiful pattern, in a very dictated pattern, all the strings being placed left justified. For right justification, there is nothing to place anything. Okay, by default it is right justification. Okay, enter a string, get a string, printf 30s and string. Of course, I have done a mistake over here. Okay, it is to be taken this way. This is right justification. Okay, it will be printed from here. It will be, the printing will take place from left to right. Okay, from left to right. In the other case, it is from right to left. So with this we will close this preliminary things on string. We discussed how to read a string. That means how to take the string constant into memory. That is the reading, and how to print a string on the screen. Okay, if string is read through standard way, through standard input device, or by initialization, or by using getters, or by scanf percentages, then in every case the string will be appended with the null character at the end. If we fill up the string character wise, it becomes artificial. we will never have read the string in its entirety through the keyboard, through the standard input device. Therefore, in such case, null character is to be placed after the completion of the for loop. So with this we will close. In the next tutorial we will discuss at length various string functions available or provided by C language library. With this we will end up, and if you like this video, kindly subscribe.